Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Talk Plant Medicine, Cannabis, Psychedelics, and Pharmaceutics with Dr. O. Glad you guys are here today. I am so freaking stoked. I am stoked today. We have an amazing guest. This guest is so special to me personally, and y'all gonna see why. Before we get into that, before I bring him in here, let me quickly do our good house cleaning. You guys know what's up. You know what's up. We got to clean this house. What is our good house cleaning, man? House cleaning this show is for educational purpose and should not be taken as medical advice. Consult with your doctor for all your medical needs. Do not start or stop any medicine without talking to your doctor. Yeah, that's our first house cleaning. What is the second house cleaning? We ain't finna be here. We ain't gonna be here without your support. So we're supporting this show. This show is sponsored by WCI Health, your alternative health and wellness hub. They are the makers of Glow's Beauty and Pet products, CBD infused Glow's pet product. They are also an educator and have different master classes, cannabis as medicine, sleep, various master classes. To learn more about what they do and how they can help you on your alternative wellness journey, head straight to their website, wci-health.com. And of course, I have to say thank you to you. You are part of the sponsor. You guys on Patreon, Apple Podcasts, members of Health Equals Wealth group. Thank you so much for supporting us. Without you, we are not able to do nothing. And I will say that if you are out there and you are wondering, you're still on the sideline, we need you. We need you to hop in here and let's keep this show going. So if you would like to support us, you can slide in my DM, WCI Health 19, or head straight to the website, wci-health.com. Having said that, and we've talked about the sponsors and stuff, what else are we going to talk about? What the heck am I? Because I know most of you know me. I know, don't let it go to your head, Doctor. Oh, we know you already. But for those of you that are just joining our tribes, our village, and you're wondering who I am Dr. Lola, also known as Dr. O. I'm a clinical pharmacist, plant medicine queen. Yeah, I'm the queen of plant medicine. I didn't give myself that title. You guys did. You gave me that title. And how do I help you? I help you level up on your wellness journey using the healing powers of botanicals and education as tools. Why? So that you can level up on your journey, saving money on your healthcare costs, avoiding adverse reaction, and living your best life that God has given you right here and now. You got to live your best life right here and now. That's what I'm here for. Why am I able to do that? I'm able to do that because I'm a clinical pharmacist and also an herbal user. I use medicinal herb growing up as a little girl in western part of Africa. So I'm bringing that knowledge to help you navigate this journey. To learn more about how I can help you facilitate that journey, slide in my DM, or you go straight to the website, WCI-Health. And that is our good house cleaning. I am, like I said, folks, I am super stoked to have my amazing Chief Darryl Howard, also known as Chief Skillz Tribe Here.
All the time, I share.
This is amazing, Chief. For those of you, I don't think there's anybody out there. If you're on social, you just got to know Chief. If you ain't no Chief, then you ain't nowhere, man. Folks, today's going to be a relaxed episode. all works are no play, make Jack a dull boy. So we're gonna relax a little bit today. We're gonna learn from the source. We're gonna be learning from Chief. So who is Chief? Chief Skillz is the founder and the CEO of Chief Skillz Tribe. He is an amazing human in our community, is doing amazing thing. Part of what he's doing, he is a very, very respectful human. He is very inclusive. He is very generous and humble. And I have been on the receiving end of all those good stuff about this great man. I'm telling you, folks, join me in welcoming Chief. I mean, it's not here only here in United States, folks. It is all over the world. This is a movement. His tribe is all over the world. That is amazing. Yes. Very few people can pull that off. So, guys, join me today in welcoming Chief Skillz Tribe.
All the time, I share.
Yes, sir. I'm so glad to have you, Chief.
I'm blessed. All the way.
I know our audience are really super stoked, especially the fact that you share the same lineage with me. That makes it so special. So you my brother, man. I'm gonna be asking for other cool stuff today. So, Chief, tell me about yourself. I know a little bit. Our audience, some of them know you. Some of them they would really love to get to know you more. Talk to us about yourself.
Yeah, I mean, I'm me. I'm simple, man. I'm me.
You are you. Chief is Chief. Tell me about your early childhood, where you went to school. I want our folks want to know about your football career. You are NAACP recipient. That is freaking huge. NAACP recipient, and they don't give that to everybody, Chief.
Not at all.
Everybody. Very few have got the honor to get that. So I want to know everything about where Chief Skillz, Darryl Howard, how did you grow up? Tell me your philosophy that shaped you to this level.
No doubt. I got you, Dr. O. So first and foremost, I want to thank Dorisha for putting me in front of you. And I'll say, and I also want to thank my family. That means that's everything, right? Family is everything. Mm-hmm. So starting in the beginning, let's go back to the jump. So I'm born in the 80s. I made it born in 85. Born to two young parents. My mom 18, dad 17 at the time, and I was
mama was a cougar, Chief. Your mama was a cougar.
Hey, but what's funny? My dad still to this day be like, I'm older than your mom. I'm like, bro, no, you're not. No, you're not. But he think he is. He was born on the 4th of July. His birthday actually just happened just recently. So, but so I was born to two, young parents, and mom always protect me. I mean, so my brother's actually 17 months younger than me. So she had us kind of back to back, right? And so we moved around a lot because my father went to the military when I was younger. I was about just 8 months or so when we first initially moved out there. So before my brother was actually born, and between that time, he done got discharged. We came back to Toledo, Ohio, and my brother's born in Toledo, Ohio. So I lived in California and Ohio right off bat. And I was born in Michigan, but then right off way we moved around. And so I started elementary school in Adrian, Michigan. That's where I'm from. I was born in Adrian, Michigan, like Rocky. Adrian, Michigan. And so I went to a small school there. It's called Madison Elementary. So Madison actually K through 12. So if I would have stayed there, I could have went to the school all the way throughout, right? But it's a smaller school, kind of country. We listen to country music every day. That's why I like country music. We listen to country music every day in the bus. So I ended up taking the country music in like 3rd grade. I was like, I kind of like this. So I was at Madison from 3rd to 8th grade, and I had a fun career there. I had a fun, academic as well, sports. I always made the honor roll. I always A's and B's. My mom wasn't playing that. So as much as I love sports, she was like, nah, you're going to get those A's and B's because otherwise you ain't doing none of this. So going into high school, I left the smaller school, and they told me, good luck making the freshman team over there when I played basketball, because I probably wouldn't make their team and all this. Where what they didn't know was you know, all that time growing up, every summer, I would be in the east side of Detroit. My mom was one of 15. So yeah, so my family's absolutely big. So she would just ship me off all the time in the summer. When she got a chance to get rid of me, she'd send me straight to Detroit. And I just loved it. I just loved it. I love the jungle. I love the pornness and it made them together. You know what I'm saying? The togetherness. And they always looked at me as a hope. I was a beacon of hope. I was like, why? They said, because like Chief, you special. And they was telling me this when I was like in third grade. I'm like, why? And then every year I get older and I just get better at sports and like a lot better. Like I wouldn't just get decently better. I would just get a jump better. And by the time high school hit, that same school that said, good luck, you know, playing freshman basketball. Well, I started varsity as a freshman at the big school. And they had a big old write-up on me. It's the first time in 20 years somebody ever did that. So like whenever I put my mind to something, you know, I'll go accomplish a goal. I don't just accomplish, I smash it. Like, nah, I'm running through that. You know what I mean? That ain't just the standard, ain't good enough for me. But I work for it. And I talk about that in my book. After that, I went to college and I played 2 years of college ball. And in my third year, college football. I ended up playing college football. I almost went to broadcasting school, which is funny, but yeah, I was like disappointed because nobody would help me with recruiting. So me and my mom really did all my football recruiting. It was crazy. And it was a good time. I got a lot of stories from that. But I had a good career. I think I had a great career. I only played 2 years, but I led the nation when I was there. Number one in the United States. I averaged 18.6 per punt return, and that's like unheard of. That's like a kick return, but I could do it off a punt. And once again, that's special. And that's the most dangerous thing to do. But once again, I'm in the summertime, like I said, it prepped me to be ready for danger. So I'm never really scared, you know what I mean? Because after all the stuff I've seen and been through at this point in my life. So it was just a great time. I had a great career, and I hurt my knee in college. And from there, you know, I ended up, I wanted to work instead. I was like, I don't even like school. So I dropped out of college. I didn't even finish college. I like college, but I'm a one-track mind person. So like I knew that if I wasn't concentrating on like, if I want to play football, I had to go to school. That was just how it was. So now they're like, you know, you got to rehab, learn to walk again, and all this other stuff after I got hurt. And the coach and them, they never came by and see me. And the town my college is in the same town that I grew up in Adrian, Michigan. And I found that to be weird that y'all couldn't just drive literally 5 minutes from the campus. So I was like, that changed my viewpoint on how everybody looked at me, because up to this point, I was really being used for sports. I mean, at this college, they selling my jerseys. Even in high school, they were selling my high school football jerseys. And I'm like, this is cool. But at the flip side, I'm like, I ain't getting no money from this. Those are all my jerseys in high school. So, and I played varsity football for 3 years. So I was always there. They always had and I would always sign them and all that stuff. But I'm like, you know what, years from now, it's just like, well, up front, they sold those jerseys for, I would think, like $30, right? $30, $40. And it's like, I see a lot of jerseys. Like we would sell out stadiums like 5,000 people, 3,000 people all the time. So I'm just like, I wish I had some of my money. Like, I feel like y'all got my money. So, you know, I was just like, to a point where it's just like, you want to keep doing this game with them or you want to live your own life? So that's just kind of how it went. And then since then, I had my kids. I'm very proud of my kids. I am very, 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 very proud of my kids. I'm a father first. I'm a father first.
Absolutely.
And I had 2 practice wives. My kids, let me see. So I ain't even worried about them. I'm gonna, you know, I'm just prepping myself. I have my 4 children. I have my 3 boys and my 1 daughter. And then I also raised my other daughter. So I got 5 kids altogether. And I love the hell out of them. They're my babies.
That is so
10 on down.
dope. That is awesome, Chief. See, when you were talking about your mom, your mom kind of remind me of me. I am that mama. It's all Nigerians. That is the green, white, green right there, Chief.
Green, yes,
they don't joke when it comes to education.
Ooh, no, not at all.
And when you said she had you back to back, I said, that's me right there.
See? And Dr. O, I know that's why I come to you. Like, ever since I met you, Dr. O, and I just heard you talk, and I just heard what you stood for, and how, you know, you as a little girl, and I'm like, my mother, I'm like, and I just been on you, and I will follow you everywhere you go.
I know, that is me right there. I had the boys, I have 3 boys. They were like back to back to back. And after I had my undergrad, I had a biology degree and minor in chemistry. I had the 3 of them. Then I went back to school And I came
Wow.
out of undergrad, I had a cum laude with the three boys. And
Oh,
after that
wow.
journey, we in Houston, Texas, I said, okay, it's time
Oh,
to go to farm school. And everybody, I did not even tell folks that I was going to be relocating. We moved with the boys, three boys on the five. The oldest was
yeah.
about five then. We moved to Jackson, Tennessee, and that's
Jackson,
where I
okay.
had my in the first year, the first at least the whole first year, I was with the boys by myself because Charles had to stay in Houston and all that stuff. So I
Oh,
was with
okay.
three boys in farm school. So when you talk about your mom, she just remind me of myself. That
She
is
is.
so cool. You mentioned your punt return in college.
Yeah.
You did man. Those folks were taking money off of you, man, making
Man, I
selling all
promise you.
those jerseys and all that stuff, and it's
Yes,
just
ma'am.
not fair. And when look at the situation, when you get hot, ain't nobody there to help anymore.
No, 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 not at all. Football taught me life. Football really taught me life. I always say football was my father because I had my father and I had my stepdad,
Mm-hmm.
and they really wasn't even there like that. And I talk
Mm-hmm.
about them differently, but my mom always there and was at every game. So like they knew like it was so bad to the point where my coaches, even in elementary, I was like, if I don't see my mom, I ain't gonna play. And then
Ah.
and they knew like every time, every game, if he don't get his mama hugging the kids before he not gonna play, bro.
Yeah.
Like and they knew this all the way through high school. They would pass along to the next coach. Like if you coaching Howard, like he don't play. Like get him his mother. Make sure he knows where she's sitting
Uh,
at. Like yeah, they know how I got down. Let me see my
that
mom,
is
bro.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome, Chief. That reminds me of LeBron and his mom.
There you go.
Mothers, those mothers, they are just so special. And folks be
Yeah,
wondering why are this, especially the boys, why are they so hooked up on their mama? Because the mamas have
right.
always been there for them.
I promise. I
Yeah,
promise.
yeah. That brings me to cannabis, Chief. I mean,
Yeah, I love it.
when we look at cannabis and we look at football, the injury, the horror, I mean, the stress, the pressure that game in
Mhm.
particular puts on
Very
young
violent.
men, young men back then when you were at that stage, and right now, our young men and women. What do you say? Well, did you ever have a cannabis? Did you ever have a relationship with cannabis as a footballer, or did it play any part in your journey at all?
You know what? It's so funny because when I was coming up, I said I never want to get in trouble, right? Because where I'm from, a lot of the black athletes typically got in trouble, like whether it was, made up rape cases or cops
Mm-hmm.
putting stuff in your car saying you had drugs.
Mm-hmm.
It's a really trial time. It's a really scary time. And
Mm-hmm.
I just was like, nah, I'm not gonna be a statistic. I'm not gonna be part of statistics. They're not gonna just, tell me what I can and can't do or whatever. And I just gotta stay, keep my nose clean and really do this because one day I'm gonna write books, right? So I literally didn't smoke or partake with cannabis, edibles, even drink. I didn't do any of that until college. Just so that way I can be the example because people
Mm-hmm.
see me now and they see how outspoken I am. They know, you can tell that I don't, man, listen, not me, I'm
Mm-hmm.
grown. But
No.
I wanted to be the example for the youth. And I think that's part of the reason why I got my award is that I have to be the example. Like, listen, it's okay. You still can be cool. The hood's still going to love you. You feel me? But you don't have to do that. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
To get in trouble because what they're going to do to us is more than just trouble, right? But
Mm-hmm.
now that was my thinking then. And I just didn't want to do it because I want to be more accepted at elementaries and stuff. But now with me understanding the benefits and being around somebody like yourself, and it's like, wait, before the games though, I would get so nervous that I would feel like I was going to throw up. Like I would be about to puke. Every time it was a kickoff, every time. But I'm fine once I get the ball or touch. But even up to that point, like I would be literally about to throw up all the time, like literally every game. And it just was like, now if I had to partake in cannabis or if I had, that it would actually, even with injuries, I was speaking with Nurse Julie on it, and it was like it'd help prevent some of that. It would actually
Mm-hmm.
prevent a lot of things. I didn't know that was even possible.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe that if I had of a way of partaking in it. I think that I think I'd even play better. Cause like I don't really concentrate well. If I'm not interested in something and like if a coach call a play I don't like, I'll just be like, nope. And I ain't gonna pay attention, right? But if I was paying attention, I would do something different. But I would only pay attention obviously when it mattered, when a snap of the ball would happen. But other than that, if he's talking in that, I wouldn't listen to him because I wasn't interested in him. Even though he was the head coach. It was just my attention span wasn't there, I guess. But I already knew to play. If he said it, then I'm ready to play. Then he wants to talk why with this and why, and nope, see, and now you done lost me. So I was just like, if I took Cannabis though, I'm kind of like one of those people where if I'm on my campus, I'm like, oh, okay. I'm more understanding. I'm more of a laid back and I'm not nervous or nothing like that. So I think that the compare and contrast is just education. So that was really what it was. I think just I'm at the school in 2000, high school in 2000. So, the education was definitely not there in 2000 by then. So, And
you are a great, great educator, Chief. I mean,
thank you.
The tribe is just second to none, period. There ain't nothing like it out there. And so talking about cannabis and all this craziness surrounding it, I mean, you concerning the Sha'carri, I keep mumbling her name, Lord help us here. Sha'carri Richardson and this Olympic team saga. What is your take on that issue? What is going on there? I mean, related to being Black in America for me.
Yeah, Chief. No doubt. No doubt. I mean, is it okay? First and foremost, why hasn't Michael Phelps got his medals taken back? Before we talk about her, Michael Phelps
being Black. What we gonna call that? Running being Black?
You're gonna have to do that because Michael Phelps still has all his Olympic medals, and I'm not bashing dude, but like he known for it. Even caught everything, put it on Facebook way back when, right? All before and after the Olympics and everything. He ain't even brought up in this conversation. So you got one person that's done what they did and will never be reprimanded for it, but one person is going to be reprimanded for it. And the sad part is this: the NFL recently, this year I think it is, they finally loosened up that THC part of it. They said, no, we can't even do this. Why? Because you're losing your entertainment. And Olympics, well, if I'm anybody that's a part of Olympics, I'm boycotting Olympics. You do her, I'm boycotting the whole Olympics. We will not watch it in my household. Any of my friends, if I'm around them, turn it off. So that's just what it's coming down to because that right there has, like I said, if I had to Cam before the games, I mean, like I said, if anything, you would think she'd run slower. So I don't know why you mad. I don't know why you mad. Like, no, leave that sister alone, man. Like that ain't got nothing to do with running. We talking about running. If she runs into the different lane, if she false starts, any of that, then so be it. But in her personal life, well, now we digging too much because if you're gonna do that to her, you just suspending her. I need you to go ahead and go get back all Michael Phelps's medals. I need all the medals taken back. I need to go take back all Michael Phelps stuff. But guess what? They ain't gonna do. Take care of his stuff and gonna suspend her though.
It is sad. It is sad, and I do see the both sides. And I know you are very special in our community. You don't play that us against them issue. Tribe is we are all mixed. I call us
we mixed. Yeah, no
doubt. Your wife is a Caucasian lady, so it's not even about that. But I do see the other side where they say, okay, I mean, the rule is rule. Yeah, the rule is rule, but at the same time, I mean, what do we say to the rules being applied in one place different than it's applied in another place different?
Exactly.
The only thing I'm just gonna say before I move on from that is that we just gotta keep talking to our kids. We just gotta keep talking to our own.
Yes, ma'am.
Injustice to one is an injustice to all. But before we get there, we gotta. We tell our 3 boys, when you go out there, just say yes, sir. All we need is for you to come home. That's all.
That's all y'all want. That's all you want.
We gotta talk to our kids that look, it's not fair, and we get that.
It ain't never been fair.
But in the meantime, I mean, look at, it's gonna take 4 years for that lady to get that chance again. And women in particular, our body that is the peak. To tell you this,
no doubt,
the peak. And you are an athlete. You've done it all, Chief. Man,
Yeah,
I saw you flipping with the yogi man the other day. My gosh.
And that was in Pennsylvania. Whoa. I woke up and did that.
Right there. Mic drop.
I woke up and hit it. I'm ready. That's the Nigerian. That's the Nigerian.
I'm like, whoa, this is, man, that don't make no sense, man. That's crazy right there.
It's mind over matter.
Yeah.
And you know what? Real quick though, I was gonna say, when you saw my Sha'carri Richardson, I was like, remember Marion Jones, right?
Mm-hmm.
And remember, and she had to go do prison time. Now, I have a problem with this, just for the fact, okay, you want to say she lied to me? Okay, who wants to admit that type of thing? It's the point though. Have y'all ever really took their time and tested the fast Caucasian women, the fast, even Brazilian women? Have you? Mm-hmm. It just seems to me that we will live and stand underneath this microscope because of our natural abilities, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and it's just that every decade I just see a sister being brought down in the Olympics, and I'm just not happy with that at all.
It's sad. It is sad.
Every 10 years,
was really
it's a monumental. Oh my God. And beautiful, just like Sha'carri. They're both beautiful sisters, got their own swag and unapologetically them. Because they got that black girl magic. We got to find a way to get them off. Well, you know what? If everybody's smart, if every black athlete is real, go ahead and boycott that. Because like we said, we got to take care of our own, and she our own. And cannabis companies, reach out to her. She should be your spokesperson. Reach out to her, make sure she paid up. Make sure her and her babies are eating, period.
I totally agree with you that the cannabis community needs to reach out to her. And I want us to keep an eye out for Nike as well, because they knew where this stuff is going to go. So they don't want all that boycott and us coming after them. They're sticking with, we got to keep an eye on those folks for the next 2 years. Let it not be after 6 months. You say, find a way to get rid of her, just like they did. Is it Felix? One of them ladies that I mean, when do we? You don't take men off the game for getting a girl pregnant just because this person got a baby and she still got the ability to do this. You should respect a lady, man. You should respect the woman. You should respect that woman. And now, so I feel like they knew we're gonna come after them, and that's why they're keeping. So we need to we watching you, Nike. We watching
you, Nike. But like I done told everybody else too, us cannabis community and people like yourself, Dr. O and Nurse Julie, we have to develop a panel to where now we create our own. They have so many old stadiums, or we can rent out a stadium. Like, just create all of our own leagues. Like, I literally know how to run an entire basketball, football. I can run an entire franchise. Like, I've been that part where I can teach everybody individually techniques. And it's just like, we can do all that. We got all that firepower. Okay, now what's the next thing? Now we go get us a station, right? Or a live streaming that, which is even easier because BET is a joke now. So we really need something. And I believe the cannabis community need to do it. So that way, that's not even a question upon entering our space.
I totally agree with that, and I'm fully in support of this, because if they don't give us space on their table, we need to begin to create our table. Period. We need to start creating our table. There's black.
Because Dr. They had me wear this They had me wear this 7 pound weight, right?
I know.
This 7 pound weight, right? And this is 7 pounds alone, right? And this right here, back in the day, the ones that I had, you see this? This came all the way out, right? So if that comes all the way out, like
that is contributing to CTA right there.
Right here. Here you go. This is your prime example of the CTE setup. Hard plastic, really tight deal. Supposed to be foam. And this right here, they put the pump in there. You see that dot? They pump it up like a bike tire. And they said that's protection.
That ain't no protection. That is CTA. That is even going to contribute to CTA.
And that's 7 pounds. The helmets now, Dr. O, are half this weight, and they have different designs and all that. Don't let them fool you. Everybody else up to that point, they just banned this helmet about 5 years ago.
Yeah,
right?
Not that long. Yeah.
And so that's 7 pound weight on top of it. Now, all those little things you see, those are good plays. Like, don't get it twisted. Chief make plays now. those are touchdowns and everything else. Now, no, you see the little, but don't worry about it. I did design something.
That stuff got history on it. I mean, I'm so proud of you, Chief. That is so cool. Anyway, like I agree with you. We got to create our own platforms and create our own space on our table, and that is even just me and you talking here.
Yes,
you were gonna be a broadcaster. What stopped you from right now? What stopped us from talking? We are eloquent. We can speak. We have good presentation. So why are we not at the table? It's
create my own table, Dr. O. Come to fall. Chief brought his own table.
And I'm coming to that table.
Here we go. We launched.
I'm coming to that table, Chief.
I'm already international now with the brand. So now we got to maneuver. Now we thinking to the fall. So come school time, I want to have it set up to where now back to school, we're gonna go ahead and get all my gorilla stuff, all the good Chief stuff that's in my merch store. Obviously, I have the Cannabis gorilla, which is Chief, and then the other gorilla is Datu, D-A-T-U. That's the Filipino, Austronesian. That's our tribe one. His name Datu.
Yeah. I'm coming to that next. Talk to me, Chief, about the ancestral, the lineage. The lineage. And like I said, it's so special to me because you're sharing the same DNA with yours truly.
Mainly with you. I'm 40% Nigerian.
Green, white, green. It's all there. Talk to me about that DNA that me and you share, Chief. I want to hear.
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Like I never knew to this point because I've always done stuff at a different level. Like rather it's people around me, and like I said, I've just been like, I think it was in elementary school the first time somebody really called me Chief. I think it was my elementary teacher. Her name was Miss Craig. Because the kids would just galvanize around. They said galvanize. That's when I figured out what that word was. It was like everybody galvanize around him and they just go. And I was just like, why? And it's just like whatever I say.
Because you're a leader. You are a born leader.
Yeah. So now when I see that, I go back, I'm 40% Nigerian. And then the next percentage is Sierra Leone and Ghanaian and all, that's all the next. So I'm just like,
you are a part of concussion. You are us. You are us.
80, 88, 89%, period. And then the surprising part was the 10-2 European. I was like, what? I said,
How many European?
10.2.
Ooh.
And out of that 10.2, I'm 9.7 Irish, British. I was like, I would be Irish, British out of all of them to be. So not only that, I got all my, my Zulu, Nigerian, Orisha, and then I got the Celtic warriors. I got family from what's that place called? Scandinavia, a whole bunch, like 1,400 family members. I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely a part of them too. So God, this is what God looked like. This is what God looked like.
Yeah, you're right. That is it. You're a born leader. You are born leader, Chief. And your generosity, I'm gonna talk about that right now. I mean, you are a very, very generous soul. I'm gonna call you a generous soul, and I've experienced that, Chief. I want you to talk to me about your camp, your free camp that you're organizing for these kids. That is just so special. Out of the little that you got, you're taking out of that little to be a blessing to these kids. That is not even hardly seen in our society. And I really do appreciate that soul. That is not just anything. That's from within. Talk to me about that camp, Chief.
I just feel like I'm honoring them ancestors. I've always done it, and I haven't, until I really found out my DNA because I knew it was special. But to that point, I just always respected the elders, always done that. And I said, if I could respect them, and obviously it skipped, it seemed like for a while, right? And I just was like, man, if I can get respect and gain and get respect from older individuals, then, I was like, what I can do from there is make it to where the masses will respect me, right? So I've had players that came to my camp since 2009. Now it's 2021 that have been coming to my camps throughout these years. And I'm speaking all over from California to Tennessee, Florida. I'm everywhere here, Michigan, Illinois, everywhere. I've been everywhere in these last years, and it's been really 100% done by me. Like nobody really gave me like the funding to do all this, right? And I had a friend that played in the pros, and he did some stuff with the shirts for a while. But then after he stopped speaking to the kids, I was like, nah, you done. I was like, it's 2 days left of camp. I was like, you can leave. He's like, what you mean? I said, no, I don't do that, bro. Like these kids, I was like, you don't understand what it feel like to be one of them. I was one of them. Like you had both parents, and it was different. Where we didn't have nothing. Like my mom got ready to go to Detroit. She didn't know what I even did in Detroit all the time. That's why I like going there, because plus it didn't matter because you were the hood. Like you just got to survive. So it was just one of those things where, and also like when I was in high school, all my friends' parents would always pay for me to go to camps, and I was like, dang. I was like, so my mom, she couldn't pay for this because now she can't pay the light bill. Because I was grown, I put it together, and I was just like, it ain't never gonna work. And I gotta play sports, and I gotta go to school. Okay, so this is how it's gonna have to be. So after I saw all that happen, I just was like, the only way for me to ever get this back is just to keep giving back. Like I just had a shoe giveaway 2 months ago. So I have a football camp in August, and boys, girls, and inclusion, special need kids. Like I don't care if it takes him 10 minutes where it takes somebody else 10 seconds to do a drill. That let him go. And I'm always believing to that it's gonna be that this all bigger than me. Like I've been doing it for a lot of years, but this is all bigger than me because of the love and respect that I get from these people. And just knowing that some of my t-shirts, that's the only new shirt they'll get that year. So, I just love it. I ain't gonna never stop. I done lost 2 relationships over it, so.
Chief, you are just special. To tell you the truth, especially when you mention those special need kids, for somebody like me that have physical limitation myself, I had polio as a little girl, and I walk with a limb. Those kids, all they want is just to be like average, regular kids.
That's
They
it.
just don't even want you to feel sorry for them. Why am I saying that? Because I am one of those kids. They all want, and most of the time they don't get that chance. So for somebody like you to give them that chance, that's huge.
Yes.
That might even be the happiest day of a child's life right there.
Just seeing their face. People don't know I tell people, I said, until you've been down there, bro, and seen what that child look like when they're when they're done. And sometimes I'll shorten the drill to make it so they don't have to go like 20 yards. But the point is that they're doing it, right? That they're completely doing the same thing you're doing. And just the excitement they have.
Oh,
man.
That is special, Chief. That is absolutely special. Because like you said, these kids, they might not do it the way average kid does it, but they're going to get it done. And for you to give folks that chance, that is so, so special. How can our community, our audience, there are some of them listening to this podcast and say, damn, I would love to support that, especially that free club. How can they support you on that journey?
Yeah, they'll slide in my DMs like you, Doctor.
Definitely, folks. Chief Skillz Tribe, please, guys. That's how you're gonna help these kids. He can do it alone.
Please.
No man is
I got my link tree on there. I got my link tree.
Us is better than I. We got one will chase 1,000, two of us can chase 10,000. Let's rally around this great man.
Because I want to do more free. I believe my end goal, like I done told him before, that my end goal was to hit every state. Like I need to hit every state. You know what I mean?
It's gonna happen, Chief. We're gonna make it happen.
Oh, no doubt it's gonna happen.
We just started.
I don't speak maybe, and I don't speak. And I only speak yes and no. So we gonna make it happen. That's just all I know.
Definitely. Definitely. That part.
Let's go, Doc. Let them know who we is now. We're going to turn up on them haters. They're going to know who we is. I'm telling you.
Okay. Chief, I know you also have your branded merchandise.
You see me swagging on it.
The all kind of cool Chief Skillz Tribes merchandise. What is the inspiration about that brand, and how can our folks, where can they buy those stuffs? Is it in the DM as well? And I'm gonna let you.
So on the websites, on all of my, on both my social networks, on Instagram and also on the Twitter, and the website part, I have my link tree right there, so you can hit that, and it'll get you right there. So
Awesome.
it's always available. And inspiration behind, like, people don't realize this. I put my business in these terms. A silverback gets his stripes between 12 and 14 years old, a silverback gorilla. So amongst that time, all he's doing is learning how to become a chief, how to become the leader of all these people, these women, and these children that he has to take care of. Right now, I've been following this story in this last gorilla. He's 40 years old, about 47 now, and he's grooming his son to be next up. But he looks every part like he still can do it, but he can't. And now it's just like, well, I would think his son is about 5, 8 years old, in between 5 and 8, they said. So by the time that happens, so now let's think about this. Now I've been doing it since 2009. Now I'm at 2000. It's 2021. Okay, it's time for this. Time for them. Yeah. So I'm a full silverback now, and I got a lot of years to keep on living and drilling and take care of these babies and making these clothes we ship worldwide. And you know, I just feel that if people understands that how much gorillas share the DNA, you'd be more impressed with them as well. And it just speaks volumes on the togetherness. There's always a chief in a pack of gorillas. And sometimes you can have more than one. That's why I appreciate my matriarchs in our room.
Yeah, you are amazing. You are dope, man. And Chief, different. I mean, that is amazing. And when this episode comes out, we're gonna put the link of your link tree. We're gonna put it on the show notes so that folks can just click on there and go straight. And folks, we do what we say right here.
We do what we say.
Gorilla, I share right here. Look at that right here. Yes. It's just because of this. I supposed to be throwing down my stuff today, but we got to put the glam for the show. After the show, this is what's up right here. Dr. Ho,
I just wore mine this weekend in Pittsburgh. To go get,
and Dr. Ho ain't even tripping. She got not just one. I got my stuff. This is Tribe tea. So go grab the Tribe tea. Go grab your Tribe tea. Not just the tea. You got to get the book. Chief's book. He's written 2 books. He's doing a great, amazing work for our community.
Thank you, Doctor.
We can't even thank you enough. Before, as we are wrapping up, Chief, where can folks connect with you? I know we've been mentioning it, but I want you to give us your handles and everywhere we can connect with you, Chief.
Yeah. You can find me out, like I said, on Twitter. I'm at Chief_only. All right, on Twitter. And then if you want to catch me on Instagram, I'm on there as Big Chief 1 of 1. And then also the Chief Skillz Instagram, or the Chief Skillz Tribe Instagram, is Chief Skillz Tribe. So on Instagram. And YouTube is Chief Skillz, Chief Space Skillz. Let's see here. You can also catch me on, I got a TikTok. Type in Chief Skillz. I'm gonna start using that. I'm on TikTok.
It's so good.
But that's it. Everything Chief Skillz. Just Google Chief Skillz. I mean, it's really if you Google Chief Skillz, like it updates anything I do, honestly. So that's all.
If you follow me, I will lead you to Chief. That one thing. You'll follow me.
Same thing with me, Doctor.
I'm always gonna comment on Chief stuff. I'm gonna be in this room. I'm always there. Sometimes I'm crazy busy. It's like I'm a chicken that got his head cut off. Sometimes it's crazy. But at the end of the day, the rooster is always going to come back home.
That's right.
Home is with the tribes, folks.
That's right.
Chief, I love you so much. Thank you so much for being here today. We appreciate what you are doing for our community. This is huge. And I love you God's work. With all my heart. I love Tasha, the kids. They are an extension of me. And the extension of Tribe
on their ass all the time.
Tribe, man. That's our show today, folks. Thank you so much to Chief Skillz.
Love y'all.
For being here with us. And folks, please, if you enjoyed this show, when it comes out, I'm going to need you to comment on it, share it with your friends, with your followers. You guys have heard, this amazing man is doing great things for our community. It's not just us learning education like write on papers and pen. There are other ways we are educating, and this is an amazing man educating our community. The other ways you could support Chief, you need to follow Chief Skillz Tribe on Clubhouse. Chief Skillz Tribe. This is a worldwide phenomenon. And
no doubt.
make sure you're doing that. And also follow Cannabis Psychedelic Club. Like I said, if you are following me, I'm going to lead you to Chief for sure. Also, we have a Healthy Cause Wealth Facebook group now. If you are yet to join that group, go ahead and join the group, man. So, if you are out there and you would like to sponsor this show, we need you to hump into our tribe, and not just this show, Chief Skillz Tribe, and everything Chief is doing. If you would like to sponsor him, he is, somebody, a young man taking money from out of his pocket to take care of not all these kids, able, special, whatever we call them. There's no discrimination in him. He's just taking care of our community, and we appreciate
God's work.
So much. Thank you, Chief. Until next time, folks, remember, health equals wealth. Bye, guys. See you some other time. See you later. Bye.
See you, Dr. O.